go.
So I have to say, when I told our 2K crew that you'd be coming on the show, they were super stoked because they wanted you to show us the Smitty.
You ready for the Smitty? Let's start
see
off.
it.
So first, I always wanted to make sure my defender was square with me. So if the defender had his foot up, and was kind of pressure, I kind of push off, make sure I can.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Once again, your Cleveland Cavaliers.
We've got NBA basketball in store for you here at Quicken Loans Arena in downtown Cleveland, Ohio. It's the home of the Cavs, live on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Brett Barry and Greg Anthony. We've got David Aldridge reporting from the sideline. This game marks the end of the stretch at home for the Cavaliers, back on the road tomorrow. They've been picking up some steam, and if they can play this well all season, they'll be in excellent shape.
Well, I think for Cleveland, they've been slightly off the mark here early in the season. Not awful by any stretch of the imagination, but just not quite at the level many had predicted.
Well, it's been an R&B start for them, very smooth. And for all the talk coming into the year that they were just going to run away and hide at the top of the standings, it's looking like it might be not so easy for them.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. Setting the floor for the Hornets. Inside, Williams at the 4, Howard in the middle. Walker and Batum teaming up in the backcourt, and it's Kid Gilchrist in at the 3 slot. And here's Walker. After J.R. Smith getting his 3 to go. And last season, I think, Greg, there was a time when Kemba Walker was playing basketball, as well as any point guard in the NBA.
No doubt. I mean, not to say he's the best in our league, but he is certainly climbing up the list. You can't ignore his impact on this team. Has worked to improve each season he's been in the league.
They get a hand on it. It's stolen by Calderon, and they're on the break. Jumps up, and J.R. Smith with the slam.
The athleticism J.R. Smith showed in the early part of his career was impressive, and so was that play.
For Charlotte, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. And a wide open look for Walker. And again, the Hornets missing. The Cavaliers have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for them to start off this game. And Calderon gets it to go on the assist by Love.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
They set the pick. Walker the pass to Batum. Outside Williams. Back to Batum. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Walker. Shakes off the strong D and gets to the bucket for 2. Walker's got his first bucket in this one. And the Cavaliers with possession. They've outscored him 10 points to 2 during this run. And Marvin Williams picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
It's close, but, didn't get on balance quick enough.
For the Cavaliers, Channing Fries checked in for Love. Green comes in for Crowder. And Dwayne Wade subbed in for J.R. Smith. Now here's LeBron. Really played well against Brooklyn in his last outing. Wade gets the bucket.
The D right there is up in his face, but simply not good enough for the offensive prowess of Dwayne Wade.
Here's Walker. And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. He dishes it to Williams. 5 to shoot. Here's Kid Gilchrist. Misses off the right iron.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Wade. And there's another one for the Cavaliers.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
And last season, Greg, one big issue for the Hornets was their bench.
And Charlotte tried their best to address that issue this past offseason. It just goes to show that you need to have a complete roster to compete. A lot of games were given away by the Hornets last year by losing ground when the starters left the court.
LeBron's shot is good.
In this first period, they've been aggressive and extremely focused.
I don't think you ever expect to carve out such a big lead early on in a game like this, but let's see if they can maintain momentum.
And now the first timeout called here for the Hornets. They defeated the Wizards in their last game.
And you know what? Up against a weak defense, they were allowed to do pretty much whatever they wanted.
Yeah, what I like, though, besides that, is that they just didn't settle for it, because weak defenses, you could take bad shots. That's not what they did here tonight.
For the Cavaliers, Love check in for Frock. Smith comes in for Jeff Green. And it's Korver in for James. The Hornets also changing it up. Zeller, he's checked in for Howard. Frank Kaminsky comes in for Marvin Williams. And Jeremy Lamb subbed in for Nicholas Batum.
And when you watch Cody Zeller on the floor, you just see how effective he is. He really plays the position well on both ends. He doesn't put up those huge numbers, but the change for his team is that he is so versatile and easy to plug in.
And that one falls for Zeller. And Greg, last season the Hornets were so much more productive when Zeller was on the floor. He was crucial whenever they came away with the win.
And many fans will tell you that Zeller was the second most important player on the team last season. Not a big box score guy, but his value to a team is undeniable.
Well, we have so many great spot-up shooters in this league, but from what you've seen, who are some of the best shooters off the dribble?
First guy I think about, Kevin, is Kevin. It's Durant, though, not you. I know you're a great shooter.
I was a good shooter.
But Kevin Durant's efficiency after transferring over from OKC to Golden State, it's really remarkable how much he's learned to play without the basketball, yet still having a career-efficient year. Him off the dribble is dangerous for anybody.
Wade with the block.
You gotta love how much effort Dwayne Wade puts into the defensive end of the floor with blocks like that.
Korver kicks to Calderon. Latrey buries the long-range jumper. Calderon's got a pair of threes now in the first quarter for Cleveland.
Man, the triples keep falling, guys. That's 3 in a row.
And once again, off the mark by Charlotte.
Now, this is a quarter that he would love to forget as soon as possible, not getting anything to go.
Love, and the dunk by Love.
And already with the commanding lead, a terrific offensive performance.
And if you check out the strategy, you can see already the plays that they're calling. Feels like they found a weakness or two in the defense.
And so they foul intentionally.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Walker dishes to Kaminsky.
Well, last season, LeBron very outspoken, saying the Cavs were too top-heavy. The Irving trade has brought them some much-needed depth.
The free throw drops for Kaminsky.
And you talk about the depth for the Cavs. Crucial when facing a team like the Golden State Warriors. If everything comes together, I think there's a chance their trade with Boston might give them a better shot at winning it all.
Now here is Smith. 8 points for him. And that one drops. Smith's got 10 points in the game.
JR may be leaking out just a little bit, but has a strong sense of where to run to get the score.
Here's the screen. Pass to Bacon. Picked by Zeller. From deep, Walker drops in the tray. 5 points in the game.
And he's kind of always had that shoot-first mentality for a point guard. And when you can shoot it like Walker, it's not necessarily a bad thing.
Drills it from outside.
Yeah, that's too good a look to give him from behind the arc.
Hornets trail by 18. He feeds it to Kaminsky. And Jose Calderon gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line.
And not the guy you want to send to the line. He has been automatic.
2 shots. Relax on the first.
That's good from Kemba Walker. A different look now for Cleveland. Channing Fries checked in for Love. Jay Crowder comes in for J.R. Smith. And it's Green in for Jose Calderon. And a switcher also for Charlotte. Monk's checked in. And so Walker nails both of them. Cleveland leading by 16. Outside Korver. Takes it from 10. And again, it's Cleveland.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Outside, Walker. From deep. Domination in the first quarter. It's been pretty lopsided. Cavaliers lead by 18. And the second quarter will be on the way when we come back. And a chance to hear from LeBron James as he talked about the challenge of remaining calm and collected throughout the ups and downs of the NBA season.
For me, at a younger age, I was never even keel. We would win a playoff game when I was younger. I was excited out of my mind, and then you would lose, and I was the worst person in the world. But I think at this point in my career, I kind of stay even. One game shouldn't affect the next game. You know, you go out and play as hard as you can, live with the results.
Again, just another part of the maturation process for LeBron. He's become such the consummate pro.
He is absolutely as solid and steady as a rock at this point in his career. Nothing rattles him. Nothing throws him off his game.
Well, not exactly a close game so far, but as the second quarter starts here, plenty of time for a comeback. And for the Cavaliers, this has been the game they wanted to have.
Yeah, it didn't take them long to get that transition game going.
That's a quick way to build the lead. But, Greg, can they sustain this kind of effort all night long? We'll see.
On the court for the Hornets, Walker and Monk are the guard tandem. Down low, it's Kaminsky and Zeller, and it's Lamb in at the 3. And Kyle Korver with the return to form, shooting the ball well last season, almost 50% from three-point range once he was traded from Atlanta to Cleveland.
I don't think Kyle had to do as much work in Cleveland, certainly, with Kyrie Irving and LeBron James creating havoc. He could stand, have his feet set, and we know he's one of the NBA's career leaders in three-point percentage. That makes those shots a lot easier.
Wade passes to Green. Three-pointer, Crowder, good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Crowder's got 5.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Charlotte calls timeout.
And Jay Crowder, one of the bigger pieces in the trade that brought him to Cleveland, always seemed to be the odd man out with the revamped roster in Boston. But he's got some strength and length on that wing, also some toughness and depth.
entirely new group in now for Charlotte. Dwight Howard's checked in for Zeller. Williams comes in for Kaminsky. Kid Gilchrist, he's checked in for Lamb. And it's Batum in for Walker. The shot by Monk is no good.
And for the Cavs, getting Crowder in the deal was a big part of why they went with it. He's helped fill a couple of holes Cleveland had, and he's also on a friendly contract, so he'll be a part of this team down the road.
And so it's Charlotte with it. The Cavaliers making the shot. Williams a screen. There's a screen. And Batum kicks to Howard. Got a hand on it. Oh, here we go now. Crowder's got it. The fast break chance. And Cleveland again with the bucket.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Now, here's Monk. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game. And there's the pass to Kid Gilchrist. Here's Howard. It drops for his third basket. He's missed only one shot.
Howard establishing some confidence now down low. Just get him the ball and let him take care of business.
And that one, good. That's 7 points for Jay Crowder.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Over in the corner, Williams to the wing on the left. Monk, no one around him with nobody on him. He buries the jumper.
And how about the confidence from Monk? His jumper continues to look better and better with each game.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Cavaliers. They're coming off that win against the Nets.
And I know the defense wasn't great, but yet still their ability to stay composed was impressive.
Well, it led to a big scoring effort, taking advantage of every weakness. So any possession the defense wasn't aggressive on, they were on the offensive end.
Now here's Kid Gilchrist. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Washington. Williams can't get it to go.
Well executed, great rhythm. You've got to finish that.
Well, it's like Thanksgiving out there, carving out space off the screen. Just couldn't complete the play.
And this Cavs payroll last season, I mean, the highest in NBA history with luxury tax penalties in the tens of millions. And we saw some friction as they looked to control salary, and LeBron pushed them to add more talent.
And he gets the bucket. Crowder's got 9 points now in the quarter.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
Monk kicks to Batum. Here's Howard. And a rebound goes to the Cavaliers.
He's getting good looks on the floor, but he simply cannot bury anything right now. He's got to stay confident, though, because everyone knows he can hit those shots.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
And here is Monk. He has 5. Bacon is checked in for Monk. There's 1:47 left in the first half. Screen by Howard. Bacon the pass to Williams. 6 to shoot. Kid Gilchrist against Calderon. Charlotte no good that time either. Cleveland's gone off with a three-pointer tonight. They're a perfect 7 of 7. The three. Another 3 for Cleveland.
Calderon is used to shooting over the defense, mostly because he's smaller, but he's got extraordinary focus.
Charlotte's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Batum for 3. That shot off. So Cleveland will take it the other way.
And a dangerous trend here as they're starting to live and die with outside jumps.
And the shot goes in.
I'm looking down at the opposing team's coaching staff. They're shaking their head because J.R. Smith has found a rhythm.
Now here's Batum. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him.
Well, there are good fouls, and then there's those fouls. That's not a good one. Limits himself on defense, and he can't nearly be as physical for the rest of the period.
And as great as Nicholas Batum is, the one issue he's dealt with, Greg, his entire career is staying consistent during games.
And with his skill set, it is hard for Batum to be completely absent. He can play, though, too passively at times when you know what he's capable of. And he's at his best when he is active and aggressive.
Now here's James. 5 points in the game. Count it.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Charlotte shooting a low 30% right now. An ugly offensive performance. Here's Bacon. The shot's good on the assist by Walker. Bacon's got his first basket.
And they are very comfortable running their offense through Walker. And you can see why. Drops a sick dime right there. That pass was right on the money.
And here are the Cavaliers now. It's deflected. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. They set the screen. Now here's Kaminsky, guarded by Green. Here's Bacon. Green with the block. And so it's Cleveland, up by 33 points as the buzzer sounds. A huge lead for them. They've been playing some ferocious defense. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Here with Coach Teron. Lou, Coach, what is the focus going to be in the second half?
Just play the right way. Move the ball, share the ball, get stops, and get out and run the transition.
Always leads to good results. Thanks, Teron. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. Ernie Johnson here, along with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Time to check out the first half of action. It was all about Cleveland as the game got going. Their mission to dominate early was accomplished with a spirited 14-4 run to start. They came on extremely strong as the quarter was winding down, nailing all 6 of their last field goal attempts to close out the first. Then in quarter number 2, it was all hands on deck, and what a show it was. Quality execution, good efficiency, some tremendous defensive play helped them take a decisive advantage, and they're running away with this one. Kenny, your thoughts? How are the Cavaliers playing?
Well, they just about ran their offense to perfection. They pounded the ball inside, and the entry feeds were on time and on the money. It was a clinic to watch. The second half is going to be no contest if they keep getting shots 8 feet and in.
And Big Fella, your thoughts on the Hornets?
Well, they got to do a better job on the glass. Ernie, they got outworked. They were weak physically. That's part of how they fell behind in this game. I think if they could control those things, they'll be okay, Ernie.
And now, folks, just moments away from the start of the third quarter.
And as we welcome you back, we begin our second half. So far, not a tightly contested game, guys, but, you know, anything can happen. You have to like what we're seeing from J.R. Smith.
Yeah, on the cut, off the dribble, he is a factor, and we saw that in the first half.
Coaches talk about having slashers on the team, and this is what they do. They get into the heart of the defense. They force difficult rotations. He's been tough to contain.
Welcome back, everybody. Third quarter just about to get going here in what has been so far a runaway game. Bacon's gone 1 of 3 from the field here. You were known for a lot of stuff. Great passing was one of them. Also known as an exceptional shooter. Of all the guys you played with, who is the best at setting you up for a score?
Wow, I think my years playing alongside Gary Payton in Seattle, he drew so much attention, Kevin, with his ability in transition, of course, that patented spin move of his, and then his great ability as a 6'4" guard to post up, especially on that left block, drew a lot of double teams, and that opens up shooters on the weak side. That's where I happen to be.
All the great point guards see the floor so well. They know where everybody is, don't they, Greg?
And the best ones, Kevin, you're right. The best ones are the ones willing to pitch the ball ahead. That's when you really have something special.
We got J.R. Smith. LeBron James is out there with Channing Frye. Then there's Kyle Korver. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now. Here's Batum. The Cavaliers making the shot. Williams for 3. Drops in the tray.
How can you forget about him? I mean, he's not going to miss that open of a look.
Williams has gone 1 of 2 from three-point land. James dishes to Korver. Yes, that goes in.
They are just killing him on the interior.
Charlotte's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. He gets a chance now to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Guys, the league may have never seen a player with more control on and off the court than LeBron James. He is a superstar, a playmaker, a coach on the floor. Some say he's the GM, and he even has a stake in a player agent business. LeBron says it's his dream to one day own an NBA team. Well, he's certainly getting some practice. Kevin?
No question about it, David. He's well on his way. As important a player as we've ever seen in basketball. For Charlotte, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. From deep, Walker. But they recover it. And Batum kicks to Walker. The Cavaliers pull it in.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
That's a 2 from Korver, and Cleveland again with the bucket.
Wow, 5 straight buckets coming out of half. They are rolling. And I'm just not sure the league has ever seen a more intimidating slasher than LeBron James. A 6'8" bullet train. He's so strong, so quick. And if he gets a shoulder on you, watch out.
The shot's good from Smith.
And what a great start to the second half. They've hit everything they've looked at thus far.
Now, here's Walker. Not a lot of room. And there's the call on James. That's his first foul. And LeBron always feels like he can get past his man. It's that next level of the D he focuses on.
And if I'm the help, I play him for the pass. I don't want to be in that poster. Maybe the most devastating finisher in league history.
Monk's checked in for the Hornets. Jeremy Lamb comes in for Nicholas Batum. Now, here's Walker. He's got 7.
That's a gorgeous assist. Outstanding at finding his guys in the spots where they want the basketball.
Wade kicks to Calderon. And it's sent back by Howard.
That reach of Dwight Howard's is so impressive. A dominant shot blocker and a tremendous athlete.
Howard with a screen on Calderon. Walker goes in. Again, the miss by Walker.
It's just been an off night for him. That doesn't happen all that often, but the thing that you do at this point is not to push it, not to rush it. Let it come back to you.
And the shot's good from Crowder. Hornets have gone 3 of 8 so far in the third quarter, looking to lock in that rhythm. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
And Lamb kicks to Walker. Tries it from the top of the key, and he hits the jump shot. Walker's got 4 points now in the quarter. For Cleveland, they've gotten nearly everything to drop this quarter. They're 7 of 8 from the floor since halftime. Pass to Crowder. That falls. Nice feed that time from Dwayne Wade. Wade's got his 3rd assist on the night. Hornets have gone 4 of 9 from the floor so far in the third. Here's the screen. And Walker kicks to Lamb. Howard with a screen on Wade. Here's Lamb. Softly drops in the floater. Lamb's got his first basket of the night.
A terrific use of the floater, unguardable really, because you can't do anything defensively to stop it.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Michael Kidd-Gilchrist. That is his first foul of the game.
I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
Green, he's checked in for Channing Frye. And then for Charlotte, Zeller, he's checked in for Howard. Frank Kaminsky comes in for Kidd-Gilchrist. And Bacon subbed in for Walker. For Charlotte, they've gone even 5 of 10 on shot attempts in the third. Bacon, again, the Hornets score.
Got to talk on defense. That left him all alone.
For Cleveland, they've gone 8 of 10 shooting here in the second half. Very strong. Crowder from outside. It's good for the 7th time this game. He's shot 7. He has made 7.
And how about the performance we're seeing from him? Not one miss on the day.
Passes it to Bacon. Shoots over Crowder. Bacon's shot is off. Outside, Green. Calderon has the open look. And another three for Cleveland.
12 straight points off of three-pointers, and the D looks shell-shocked.
Monk kicks to Zeller. 26 seconds left in the third. Now Lamb. They count on his contributions, currently providing 16.5 points a game. Clock at 2. The shot by Monk is no good. Oh, here we go now. Crowder's got it, the fast break chance. And the whistle blows, so a chance here for a three-point play.
And you can see it. They're in a nice rhythm in terms of shooting. It's been that way the entire second half.
And then there's the other team. Can't say that about them. Big gap in the recent field goal percentage between these two squads.
Cleveland shooting their first free throw of the game right now.
Shooting one.
Here's Monk. It's tipped. It's stolen by Green. And so it's the Cleveland Cavaliers able to put on a show for the ages. And with as many three-pointers as they've drained, it's easy to see why they're on the cusp of a blowout. Right back after this break. And thanks again for joining us. Let's see what happens here in the fourth. Charlotte shooting has been wayward so far. Only 37% from the floor. And on the court for Charlotte as we start the fourth. Down low, it's Kaminsky and Zeller. Then it's Carter Williams. And it's Bacon in at the three, the small forward. Now here's Kaminsky. 4 on the clock. Here's Carter Williams. Sinks the 15-footer. Carter Williams has got the first points up on the board here in the fourth for the Hornets. Brent, it's amazing how the three-point shot has evolved and how much it's being used. And some teams now almost entirely perimeter-based. The three-point shot is the first thing out of their mouth. Can you see a team winning a championship that way?
I saw teams win championships. That's the Warriors and the Cavs. If you look at what they did from the three-point line and the type of damage they did, Kevin, that absolutely was a huge reason why they were championship contenders. You could even look at teams that are qualifying for the playoffs as usually 6 or 7 teams that are in each conference. Of those 8, Kevin, are proficient three-point shooting teams.
And the Cavaliers making a change here. James is checked in. There's the dish to Green. Over Kaminsky. And Green with the basket on the assist by James. James has got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Pick by Zeller.
Cavaliers foul. Number 14. That's his first personal foul.
We've gone about a minute and a half into the fourth quarter. Feeds it to Kaminsky. 5 on the clock. Here's Carter Williams. Over the past couple of years, Brent, we've seen coaches like Steve Kerr and Brad Stevens take more of an even-tempered approach. Could that become a coaching trend going forward?
Well, I like that both Steve and Brad have some very good players. That would keep me calm too, Kevin.
Yes, it would. You begin right there. I agree.
Yeah, I think we're seeing a shift in what it is that the generation of the younger players has grown up with. And coaches that have the ability to communicate always, Kevin, are going to come out on top. They get their message through, they keep their team positive, and they keep their environment pointed in the direction that is moving forward.
Excellent. Green, the screen, shoots from the baseline. Again, the Cavaliers score.
Oh, nice screen. Really a poor defensive reaction and the obvious result.
Yeah, when you fail to get over the top, more than likely that jumper is going to go down.
Carter Williams kicks to Kaminsky, and that one hits back iron. The Cavaliers have gotten all three of their shots to drop here in the fourth quarter. They came out of the break on a roll. And another three for Cleveland.
And you can see the play calling this half. Another one from distance.
Yeah, no question. It looks like they've rented out room along the perimeter in this ball game, and they're likely to keep doing this until the defense makes an adjustment.
Here's Graham. After the Cavaliers pick up three, it's stolen by Green. Pass to Holland. Fires from deep. Hands it from downtown.
Not shy from outside. There's no doubt about that. Spreading the floor and getting them up.
Hornets have gone just 33% from the field in the fourth quarter so far. They are 2 of 6. Now the pass to Bacon. Over the decades, the way the league has grown, phenomenal, due in no small part to the leadership. Brent, what are some of the key traits you've seen of these two great NBA commissioners?
I think the one thing about both David Stern and Adam Silver that they have done a great job with is that they're approachable. There doesn't seem to be a time, at least in an NBA player's career, where they don't feel like they could either call the office and within maybe a day or two hear from somebody from the league office. But the fact that both David Stern and Adam Silver find their way out to arenas throughout the regular season, come to see every team, that approachability, I think, far and away sets those two gentlemen aside.
Green, it's good.
And that monster lead continues to grow. They are just piling it on now.
Now, that's the attack mindset with which they entered the game with, and I wouldn't expect them to let up now.
Here's Carter Williams. After Jeff Green's bucket, Bacon the pass to Carter Williams, picked by Zeller. They need this, and it's finished off by Carter Williams as he lays it in. Carter Williams has got 4 this quarter. Cleveland's gotten off to a great start from three-point range in the final quarter. They're a perfect 3 of 3. Here's Zizic, and Cleveland again with the bucket.
It's contagious. Every guy on the team working to keep this streak alive.
It's so fun when you're rolling like this. You just want it to continue as long as possible. And right now, fingertips are ablaze.
And the Hornets with possession here.
Out of bounds.
Following the score by Cleveland.
Hornets ball.
Channing Frye's checked in for Cleveland. There's 1:38 left in the fourth quarter.
Tough to fault him for the struggles of the team so far. He has been solid. It's the rest of the guys that need to come along for the ride.
So it's the Cavaliers now. Outside Corver. Good for the 5th time in 5 shots. He remains perfect.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Cavaliers.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win, a game that not many will soon forget, and on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And it'll advance their win total up to 12 on the season.
And in a 3-game season series, they take the first 2, and certainly they've had the edge in this matchup.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Smith.
Every time he shot it, it seemed like it was going to drop in. And if it didn't, everyone was surprised.
And the Hornets with possession here. After the Cavaliers pick up 3, Carter Williams kicks to Monk. Tries to keep it alive. Out of bounds. Cleveland will take possession.
That's a disappointing sequence of plays. Absolutely inexcusable turning the ball over like that.
Kaminsky, he's checked in for Charlotte. To the middle. Here's Frye. And there it is for him.
And this is how you close out a game, not taking any chances.
Yeah, you gotta be relentless in this game or the tide can turn on you. Not here, not tonight.
Here's Carter Williams following the score by Cleveland. Inside. Here's Kaminsky. And he gets that one to go off the front iron.
This is not the team we've been watching for most of the night.
It's a shame because this is the team we expected to see. Fighting on every possession. I think it's just too late.
Here's Holland. Pass to Zizic. Down low. Here's Fry. And there's another one for the Cavaliers.
And they've earned this one, showing an ability to dominate in front of their home crowd.
Yeah, tick-tock and not much time on the clock left. Double-digit lead and coming up roses.
And so it's Cleveland taking care of business in this one. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had that lead and it was comfortable, they were not going to relinquish it.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. LeBron, were you satisfied with the team's performance tonight?
We got a very good team, but in order for us to continue to improve, we have to go out and we have to defend, we have to play for one another, and we have to be selfless. You know, it's not about the individual, it's about the team, and if we all give in to what the team needs to do to be better, then we'll be okay.
It is a work in progress, LeBron. Thanks for your time. Kevin?
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll do it, folks. For Brent Barry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.